club championship. The Catalina wine mixer, the Bassmaster Classic is what we work for all year. Yes! Oh, God, what a stud. Yes! Oh!
It is spectacle in all of sport fishing, the Superbowl of bass fishing.
Yes! Oh!
This is Light on the Cut Line.
What is a dream? A dream is a thought in a person's mind of a reality that they wish to exist. There are people in this world who watch their dreams come to fruition. They knew the importance of hard work and positivity. They put in the hours. They made sacrifices. They are proof that dreams can and do come true if you work for it, if you fight for it, if you have the courage and confidence to keep believing in your dream. It's not an easy journey. If it was easy, there'd be no Rick Klein. If it was easy, there'd be no Hank Parker. There would be no Larry Nixon, Denny Brower, Bill Dance, Roland Martin. If it was easy, there'd be no Ray Scott. The dream can become a reality if you refuse to quit. Never back down from the challenges you face. Never stop chasing your dream until you live it. And most important, never give up on us.
Be our week this week, Tristan. Just catching them this week for some reason.
Alright, day number 1 of practice for the Bassmaster Classic. Grand Lake. You know, spring's in the air. It's a little cool today. Wind's blowing 15 to 20, but you know, it's still fairly warm. The water temp is 54 right here where we're at right now. That's pretty warm. So we can probably find some warm water in the backs of some creeks and some pockets. But you know, this is what we fished for all year last year, was to make it to this classic, just to have a shot to win the biggest tournament in bass fishing. We're going to get 3 days of practice, today, tomorrow, and Sunday, and then we're off for 2 days, practice again Wednesday, off again, tournament starts. So we're a week from the tournament right now, first day of practice. So a lot changes during this practice and from now to the tournament. So we just got to get a gauge on the fish, where the kind of the fish are and what the fish are doing, and kind of move with them for the tournament. And we got a 1 in 52 shot at winning this thing, so pretty good odds.
So here we are, the last day of our pre-practice period for the Classic here on Grand Lake. You know, it's a unique week in that we start practice a week before the event. So you don't want to really get too dialed in on anything, but you want to kind of familiarize yourself with the lake, kind of see what stage some of these fish are getting in. And the first thing right off the bat that I noticed on day one of practice, we put in and the water was a little bit warmer than it would typically be for this time of year, I feel like. You know, it's in that mid 50s to upper 50s range. We've had a couple cool nights. We're gonna have another cool night tonight, but these fish are wanting to get back in these places and set up spawn. The first day of practice, I caught a ton of little ones. You know, going down the bank, cranking a little Spro Outsider crankbait and twitching a McStick around points and things like that, but I never ran into a big one. Yesterday I got in those areas and I really slowed down and started pitching a jig around. I believe I was pitching the compact Luke Clawson dirty jigs around docks and brush piles, and you know, I was looking for that last bit of steep bank before you got to the back of pockets, and I ran into 5 good ones. I had like, you know, close to 20 pounds yesterday, which is, you know, really good for this body of water. So I'm really gonna move up the lake and see if that pattern works in the dirtier water. I've been down here mid-lake down to the dam in kind of the clearer water. And what's cool about that is I can pull up the deep dive app and look at the area of the lake. It shows me the water clarity. And right now, I've been catching my fish, not in this bright blue color, which is the clearest. I've been kind of in this bluish green color. And see, there's a lot of that I haven't fished right up here in this area of the lake. That's what we're gonna focus on today and see if that's part of the pattern. See if it needs to be, you know, have a little stain to it, or if it can be too stained. Again, we don't want to get too dialed in, but this is a pattern lake, and if you get caught up in a creek or whatever fishing everything in there, it'll eat up a lot of your day. So you got to kind of be specific on what you fish. There's a ton of boat docks. It eats up a lot of time going in and out of them. So you kind of got to get dialed in to the point of you know what you're looking for, and that's what we're trying to accomplish in these first 3 days. Again, it's going to warm up before our official practice day on Wednesday and before the tournament. But it shouldn't change a whole lot of the fish in the stage that we're, you know, targeting right now, other than they might move further back in and actually start spawning a little bit, which I won't be too disappointed in anyway. So we're gonna keep an open mind and get after them again today. Or it's not a bass. It's kind of acting like it's not a bass now. No, it's a bass. Hooked him in the head. Pretty good one. Nipped at it. It stuck him. That's a 4-pounder. I don't know, it might be our week this week, Tristan. Just catching them this week for some reason. Two 4 to 5 pound bites, for sure. Yeah, I caught every one of them except for that one on jig. Throwing a 1/2 ounce. Yep. And I even run out of trailers, and I put a, of course I think it probably helps up here because the water's a little bit dirty, but I got a black and blue one on instead of a green pumpkin one. But still on a green pumpkin jig. Everyone on the eats this thing, I mean, they get that front hook. It's a fat one. Mm-hmm. Yep. Ready? Mm-hmm. All right, that about wraps us up for our first 3 days of pre-practice. I think that I kind of touched a little bit on what I figured out yesterday, and then I got out of that. I feel like the lake kind of just changes composition as you move up, which is typical, but it showed me a lot of what I already figured out yesterday. You got to get in the back of places, and that last little bit of steep bank or deeper water right before it rolls up to a flat, and that's kind of where I've been getting my jig bites. But as I moved up the lake, the water temperature was warmer, it's a little bit more dirty, and I feel like those fish were further back, you know, not necessarily on that steep stuff, but even more so on the flatter stuff in the back. So I feel like that end up there is better for numbers. Both Cook and I, you know, talked about that. And I think you can get bit more steady up there, but I think to win the tournament and, you know, really go after those big ones, I need to be from mid-lake down. And I think that's what we're going to expand on for our last official practice day. Got a lot of hoops to jump through until then. Fixing to move to Tulsa to the hotel tomorrow, put the boat in the boatyard, rig some tackle, and then it's a whole bunch of hoopla. We got Night of Champions, we got sponsor dinners, and a lot of moving parts this week. We'll just try to keep our head on straight, and I don't know, it's one of the best practices I've had for a classic. I've had some terrible ones, I've had some decent ones, mediocre ones. This one by far, I feel like I figured out what I needed to figure out and accomplish what I needed to accomplish to get the job done. So we'll see how that translates.
You get somewhere, you spend an hour and a half, 2 hours. All right, wrapping up, I guess the pre-practice here for the Classic. Had a better day today. You know, kind of went more on what I figured out yesterday afternoon. Had a couple good bites. It felt like I could have caught them pretty decent today, which is good because the first 2 days I really hadn't. But seemed like there was a lot of dead water. Definitely found some dead water, but found some warm water that they should have been in, or so I thought. But see where it gets us. I think we should be pretty good. We can get 5 a day.
Just take off. We're supposed to be doing a documentary. I mean, when you win this weekend.
Yeah. They do not have aluminum bottles everywhere.
No, they not, because I went to Casey's.
He's scoping that. They cut one on the Mickey. That's scoping all the way out there.
All right, what's going on?
If I see something to somewhere to stop and eat, you want to stop and eat?
Yes. Yeah.
We are packing up our Airbnb. We're headed to Tulsa, to the boat yard, a place where they have 24-hour security where we all park our boats. They all have to stay there and we get a little numbered spot. And we're gonna go rig some tackle. We can't check in the hotel till 3, and then we're gonna probably mess around, do something stupid, and then tomorrow we got a bunch of meetings.
Something stupid?
Hey, let's do something stupid.
Turn it up.
Today is Tuesday, here at Classic Week. This is when we go get all the sponsor stuff. They give us a bunch of stuff. And after this, we got our meeting, do a rules meeting, and kind of how everything goes, kind of walk through everything. And then we have a Yamaha dinner tonight, and official practice tomorrow. And then another off day, night of champions. There's so much stuff. And then we finally get to fish in like 4 days. All right, it's official practice day here at the Bassmaster Classic at Grand Lake in Oklahoma. You know, today we get 8 hours to kind of fine tune what we had in practice. You know, a lot of stuff changes this time of year. Had a cold front. You know, it was only for like a day though, so it wasn't that bad. And it got really warm yesterday. It's supposed to be almost 80 degrees today, so I imagine a lot of stuff will change again. But we're gonna go out there and kind of fine tune some things. Not gonna try to catch them today, just shake them off and see what we can find. Maybe it'll be a key little nugget and we can run.
Yeah, well, sorry, one last day to get it dialed in. Looks like we're gonna have a pretty day to do it. It's kind of mild compared to the last few days. We had a little bit of a cold front moving through. We had some stable warm weather before the first 3 practice days, and they seem to be biting pretty good. We just need to find a couple more areas that's holding those better quality fish, and then, you know, this lake is a pattern lake, so once you just kind of get it dialed in, it kind of domino effects into place, and that's kind of what we're hoping for this week. better get the pack straight on my name. This little guy, long and skinny. I say long, just skinny one. I wonder if he's 14. It'd be close. Kind of what I was afraid of. Probably old retread. No coal marks in there. Helped him a little. I should have fished up here a little bit more. All right, that wraps up our. Wait. Need another cigarette. All right, that wraps up our official practice day. All the work's been put in. You know, I feel pretty good about it. It's probably one of the better practices I've ever had for a classic, just from the standpoint of, you know, it's a pattern lake, and I kind of figured out what to look for and what they're getting on, the top banks they're on, and you know, catching them on a jig, skipping it around and cranking in between the docks, and basically that's pretty much it. Maybe mix in a jerkbait a little bit, but it'll be pretty simple. We should have some warm, stable weather, so that shouldn't change anything. But other than that, I'm just kind of excited to get this one started. The only thing that kind of worries me, I know I'm going to catch them, but you got to run into 2 or 3 of those big bites a day. I'm getting them out from behind those cables and whatnot. So we got to catch what bites. We got to run into a couple of those better fish and keep ourselves in it. That's all you can ask for, is to be within striking distance. I think we've got a pattern that'll put us there.
Sounds like a plan. Alright, we're headed back to Tulsa now. Just wrapped up our official practice day, Wednesday. So now, you know, I had a decent practice day. The best practice day yet. Shook a bunch of fish off, didn't catch many. Had a good bit of bites. Feeling a lot better about things now.
In 2 miles, take exit 60 toward
Got to the
Street
point
downtown,
where I could see something, see what I was looking for, go over there and get bit, and that's really what you want in one of these things. So now we're going back to the boatyard. We'll hook the boat up, get it charging, and then we'll go to the hotel, get dressed, or get showered, get dressed up, you know, put our suit and stuff on, and go to the Night of Champions. It's the one night that, you know, you get to celebrate just making it to the Classic, and we celebrate the AOI winner, Kyle Lutcher. He's got to do a speech, and then we have a good time. We got media days tomorrow, so don't have to be up super early. I burn it down. What's good?
You got Bill?
Hell no, I ain't got Bill.
Well, he run up there to get in your truck.
His ass is at the boat ramp.
He's lying.
Yeah, I know, he's full of shit. Fooled up.
He looked about like Tristan back in the boat trailer.
I know. And it's going to take Bill some time, but I have confidence in him.
It's only taken Tristan 5 years.
You guys are assholes, man.
we're getting there.
I can back my own dog trailer just fine.
What, did you end up doing anything else after I talked to you?
Say that again, you broke up.
Did you do anything else after I talked to you?
Not really. I shook a couple off on the jig. I caught some more keepers cranking. But I tried to shake everything off on the jig.
Yeah.
Last time I was in a completely new area, and then I might have set the hook, but I didn't set the hook on anything good. I caught some small ones, and then I come back in to Wolf Creek with an hour to go, and I caught like 4 keepers in there.
Really?
Yeah, they were all pretty nice ones.
Really? Where at in Wolf?
They're at the mouth. I just started.
All those were cranking?
Crank.
All those were cranking though?
No, I caught I think I got 2 on a jig and 2 on a crank.
Yeah, after I talked to you, I caught some jerking. But I shook like 4 or 5 off on a jig, and 2 of them were big ones.
What part of the lake?
Like right around Wolf, pretty much.
Oh, you came back up?
Yeah, I went down and then came back up.
All right, it's Thursday, the day before Derby Day. We are doing a little media day. We're out here in our boats rigging up tackle before that gets started. We're here at Bass Pro Shop. It's kind of new this year, the venue, so we're gonna go in there. I'm sure somebody will have a presentation that sponsors this event. Then after that, we'll come out here and sit in our boats. The media will get to walk around and interview us, articles, ask us about the event. We just got back from the arena walkthrough. Pretty cool. That was the year that I qualified. Me and Brock Mosley come up here and watched the first Classic as an elite angler at this arena, and turning around looking at what section I was sitting in brought back some memories from that event. It's going to be an electric week. There's going to be a lot of people come. Oklahoma always shows out, and just hoping we can bring something back to show them.
We just got back from our walkthrough at the arena, where we're going to weigh in for the tournament and kind of walk us through so we don't mess anything up. And fixing to start media day. We're out here getting our tackle done, rigging some rods. Got Milliken as our neighbor right now, and then we got to do a whole bunch of hoopla and do interviews and stuff like that, and then we rush home to go get in bed so we can get a good night's sleep and drive an hour and a half in the morning. But a whole lot of that stuff that goes on this week, and a little bit of fishing. There's so much crap this week. I got day one, 2024 Bassmaster Classic. This is what we worked so hard for all last year. We got 3 days to make it happen. The only 3 days that really matter of the year. This is a life-changing event. It's going to change somebody's life, whether it's the first time they've won it or the 4th time they've won it. It doesn't matter. It's still life-changing. And we got some weather today. It looks like it's going to be overcast and maybe a little rainy for a little while this morning. Hopefully I get some biting and we can get off to a good start of the 2024 Classic.
All right, here we are, day one, Bassmaster Classic 2024. We worked all season to get to this one event. This one event is the pinnacle of the sport. It puts your name down in Bassmaster history and in bass fishing history to win this event. 3 days of bass fishing, and it can be ours. So we put in the work. I think we got a good game plan. We got a little bit of a curveball with this weather. If we can just make the right adjustment today if we need to, and just keep ourselves in it. You can't win it on the first day, but you can lose it. We just got to put something on the scales to keep us close, and you always got a fighting chance on this lake because it's got some big ones in it. I can't wait to get it.
Please show up. You guys always do a great job. Give yourself a big round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. Five, four, three, two, one. Lead them out, your reigning progressive Bassmaster Angler of the Year from Alabama, Stone Cold Kyle Welcher. Right behind him, reigning and defending Classic champ.
There we go, man. I'm talking about.
In it now.
Good job. Fifteen, 14. Yes, sir. I believe that's a goal.
And I was not.
Yeah.
And I also didn't factor in how long it was going to take me to idle all the way out of that canal or that pocket.
Gotcha. That penalty's harsher than I thought. I didn't think it was a pound a minute.
Yep. You remember me?
I do.
How you been, man?
Good, how are you?
Good. You was on a boat?
No, sir. My other camera guy was.
Oh, cool.
We only got one boat, so.
You
too, man. Take care. Yeah.
Cookie, I didn't know what time you were getting off, but I figured you had an hour and a half ride. You want somebody to talk to.
Yeah, well, actually, about the time you called, I probably should have left.
Did it go downhill?
Well, I was 5 minutes late.
Oh my God.
Yep.
Damn it, man.
Yep.
That's big.
Yep.
Oh my goodness.
Yep.
Damn it, man.
Yep.
Well, lessons learned.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, you did what you said you were going to do. I mean, you called a couple good ones at the end. I mean, bring you back into it.
I caught one on a jerkbait, and all 4 of the other ones I caught, or actually I caught 2 on a jerkbait, and 3 of them on a damn Damiki rig.
Oh my God.
Yeah, that's what I said.
That's about how this thing.
Please welcome Drew Cook. Former Dakota Lithium Rookie of the Year, rolling in here in the Echo Raptor Skeeter Yamaha. This Elite Series champion is a member of the Bassmaster Century Club. Double guns loaded, bang, bang. Couple of Cladilla gorillas right there. 5 fish here for Drew Cook. Good start to things. 5 fish here on day number 1. Bass Pro Shops, a Bassmaster Classic. Presented by Jockey Outdoors. 13 pounds and an ounce. He moves into 31st place. Those 2 got me all excited. But unfortunately, the other 3 a little shy of that. But let me hear it, ladies and gentlemen. Drew Cook fishing his 5th Bassmaster Classic. $13-1. You had 2 of the right ones. Just got to turn that into 5 of them tomorrow.
Yeah, well, you know, this is my 5th classic, like you said, and my 7th year fishing professionally. And today I made the biggest mistake I've ever made. I was 5 minutes late, and so I got a 5-pound penalty. So instead of just not catching him on day 1, I figured I'd just give him 5 pounds because it'd be a way better story if you won after giving him 5 pounds. But, you know, it was still a good day. I didn't really catch anything how I thought I was going to catch him. Kind of had to jump ship and just make it happen, but I found an area that's got them, and hopefully tomorrow they'll be biting that spro jerkbait with a little bit of wind, and we'll have a good day. Catch 20 and 25, and 20 again, and see where it happens.
So unfortunately, a pound per minute late, so you turned 18-1 into 13-1. What happened? Why?
You know, earlier in the day, I really wasn't able to get on anything. I just kept telling myself, you got plenty of time. Don't want to spin out, because it would have been super easy to actually just spin out today, because at 10 o'clock I didn't have a bass. But then I caught one, it was a 4-pounder, and then at maybe 12 or something like that, I caught a 5-pounder. I was like, you got plenty of time. Well, I said I was going to leave at 3:20, and or at 3:25. I looked down, it was 3:20. And then I just looked down again, it was 3:35. I was like, gosh, that one's gonna hurt.
Tough one, but it'll make a great story if you come back.
Yeah, we'll make it happen.
I'm looking forward to seeing how it finishes. 46 down, 10 more to go.
I don't know, man. Freaking frustrating.
Okay.
I think I have Might be pushing 14. I'd rather it be pushing 14. We'll see. I like to be surprised sometimes, like Christmas. Get up there and be like, oh, I had a tough day. Be looking for 12 and then 14 pops up there. Makes it a little bit better. I just knew he would freaking come out.
I didn't even take it out today, but I was feeling it today. I just never got comfortable enough to throw it.
I was feeling it. I just didn't have no freaking fish in my box.
Yeah.
It's hard to throw it when you don't have nothing in the box.
Yeah, if you don't hit your jig on a dock and blow it up like that, like first thing in the morning, you're not having fun. That's the reason why I rig up like 3 of these. Just wind it up and get after it with a pocket knife later. Now actually, I was trying to skip it way back in a place and I actually hit the water with it. It just blew up. Probably somewhere I shouldn't have been trying to put a bait, but gotta risk it for the biscuit.
Please welcome Drew Beckman. He's a former Dakota Lithium Rookie of the Year. He is a 2-time Elite Series champion. This is his 7th Bassmaster Classic. Give me a little love for Drew Beckman, ladies and gentlemen. Caught this year today. We are on the final stretch of this weigh-in, less than 20 anglers left to weigh in. 14 pounds, 12 ounces here today. Puts him in 14th place currently. And he's inside our top 25, looking to stay alive on Championship Sunday at the Bass Pro Shops Bassmaster Classic presented by Jockey Outdoors. 14-12, good start to things here today, but that pesky Justin Hamner seems to be causing issues.
Yeah, this place is a pattern lake, and we're going to have a different condition tomorrow. Today, it threw me for a curveball. It was nothing like anything in practice. Those fish really didn't set up, and at 1 o'clock I had to pull the plug on what I was doing. I came back up the lake and salvaged today, but it's just a dream to be here. Just like Ben said, in 2016 it became a reality. I drove up here. I was sitting about that section right there. In 2016, I watched Edwin win on the stage, and it was just electric. Tulsa showed out. I'm sure they're going to show out this week. I can't wait to be here, and hopefully I'm here on Sunday to watch it all go down.
Love to have you here all the way through to the end.
All right, guys, just got done weighing in. Day number 1 here at the Classic. Ended up in 35th place. Should have been in 6th place. Had an 5 minutes late, 5-minute penalty. Cost us a lot, but we're around them. We got to catch a big bag tomorrow to get back into it. We're not out of it. We're a long way out of it, but we ain't completely out of it. We can make a rally tomorrow and kind of get back into things. But found an area that's got them, so that's the plan. All right, day 2 here at the Classic. You know, we're in 30-something place, just outside that top 25 cut. So we got to catch a big bag today to move back into it. We got a whole different weather change. Didn't catch him how I thought I was going to catch him yesterday. Might not catch him how I caught him yesterday today, but we're going to keep our options open and hopefully run into the 5 right ones.
Well, yeah. What's Daddy gonna do today? What's he gonna catch? How big? Whoa!
Oh, how much?
I wish you luck. Cole Sands fishing his very first bass, just a few minutes away from takeoff. Official time.
All right, here we are, day 2, Bassmaster Classic, and we've got really different conditions. It's going to be a little bit nasty to us today. The high is going to be around 60 degrees, but that's not until we're off the water. We're going to start the day in the mid to upper 30s with a wind gusting out of the northeast, and it's going to change things. So you wouldn't want anything different for the Classic. You want it to be a challenge. This week is going to be a challenge for whoever wins it. We just got to figure out what adjustment we need to make today. Yesterday, I spent a lot of time down there in the water that I practiced and had a great practice in, and it just wasn't happening. Something changed. I saw the water got a little bit clearer. I don't know if that made the fish suspend out and not get set up, you know, where I was catching them or what the case was, but in the afternoon, I slid on up the lake, got in the dirtier water, caught some on some moving baits, and you know, got some confidence in something else. So we're going to start with that and try to fish with an open mind and maybe work our way down. This wind, you know, it will put fish on the bank too, even in clear water. So that's the thing about it. You kind of got to play the conditions to fish the day, and that's what we're going to do today and see if we can get us a big bag and get back in this tournament. We're not very far out of it. If we catch us, you know, 18 to 20, we'll be right in the thick of things tomorrow, and that's all you can ask for going into the final day of the Classic. Anything can happen. And this lake has big ones in it. It's set up for a comeback, and you know, the most dramatic, cool stories are set that way, and it'd be a dream come true to make it happen. Up behind the docks, and I freaking had to come back up here to the dirty one. I'll take that one.
Glad to get here.
Yeah, seems like.
And the other guy said,
Good job here.
he did like 2 that bag.
When you started working it all out, I mean, yours. All right, I need you to keep that noise going while we send them out. And behind him, a cheat day yesterday, everything went right except for a 5-pound penalty that he got for being late. At 18-1, that turned into 13-1. Don't call it a comeback. Looking to get inside the cut line, Drew Cook. Bats. He's a 2-time Bassmaster Classic qualifier. Another former Rookie of the Year. He is a 2-time Elite Series champion, Drew Benton. I need you to get real loud, ladies and gentlemen. He is your tournament leader, fishing his 2nd Bassmaster Classic. It is Hamner time, Justin Hamner. The 4-time Bassmaster winner.
Did he choke that thing?
He swallowed that thing.
Yes, he did.
Get out of that dock. We wanted it. Nice. Nope. So it's just too early to go back and look in that shallow stuff?
Well, I mean, it gets dirt shallow right there.
Oh, okay. That's nice. That's nice. Oh, heck yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Look at how much better that one ate it.
Color?
Yep.
Think it's color? Got one on the bite anyway.
Another more under?
Like 4. It's the first one I've been able to get across.
I wish the bass would be as good as I. Caught that last one, and I ended up catching probably 4 other ones that didn't help me. They were biting there at the end of the day. I just never had that one real big bite. And there was a tree down there under the dock, and I really don't know what happened. I was hung on the back side of the tree, and my line was over it, and I got it free, and whenever I got it free, it thumped it, and I think my line was still over the tree, and I set the hook, and it just broke me off. It might have cut me off. The risk you run fishing those docks.
Oh yeah, I mean, there's a whole grid work of cables above and below.
So yeah.
Got enough to fish for tomorrow.
Yeah.
probably go out between 15th and 20th without a chance to win. I won't say that. You can catch 29 pounds on this lake, 30 pounds on this lake.
For our next angler, Dave, we got our next angler from Cairo, Georgia, Drew Cook. Had a big day yesterday, but unfortunately, a 5-minute late violation cost him 5 pounds, turned his 18-1 into 13-1. See if he can rally back here today. 5 fish here today. 13-1 yesterday, 5 fish here today. 10 pounds, 11 ounces gives him 23 pounds, 12 ounces. Those 5 minutes continue to haunt him.
Technically, you guys
His
are supposed to
fifth
be in
Bassmaster
there,
Classic
back on that
appearance.
stage. You're going to be right here. Stay down. Don't stand up.
Hold him high and let's hear it for him, ladies and gentlemen. Drew, unfortunately, I mean, clearly you had the weight. Without that penalty, I mean, everything went good yesterday except for those 5 minutes, but you're a Bassmaster Classic qualifier once again. You got a lot of people supporting you here, and that's all I got for you.
Yeah, it is. It's awesome to be here. I got a huge support group, my family and friends, everybody. And, yesterday, I really thought I'd let it roll off me like a duck's back, but today, the first big one that I hooked, it came off and it just kind of snowballed. Because, I had the bites to do exactly what I told you I needed to do this morning. Have a big upper 20-pound bag and get back into it. But, it just, when it's not your time, it's not your time. And obviously this week was not my time. But I had a great week, good practice, skipping a dirty jig around, throwing a Spro jerk bait, mixed stick 110, a couple different colors, just depending on the weather. Today, I really thought they were going to eat it really good, the jerk bait, but with the wind, and they just didn't. I don't know, but I got a bunch of really great sponsors, and I'll be able to work for all of them tomorrow at the expo once again. So if you don't have anything to do, stop at the AFCO booth. I've got a bunch of AFCO cards, but I can't complain. Everything I'm running this year is awesome. My Sonar Pros rig, Skeeter, got a dedicated wired harness with a new battle-worn batteries, lithium, to run my live scope. It's something we have to do now with all these graphs that we're running, the clearest picture we can get. And as much as I didn't think I was going to rely on live scope this week, I ended up relying on it a lot. Either it's showing you what to cast at, so you can love it or hate it, but we got to use it. And I don't love it or hate it.
Well, always great to have you here. We look forward to seeing you in Florida in a couple of weeks. So you made your mark before even fishing this event by being the youngest to qualify.
The crowd is just amazing, and youngest angler just put it.
It technically could happen. I think there's 5 of them.
You will strip out those holes, those screw holes. You don't do that first. You're going to have to show me what you mean. If they powder coated over.
right, guys, got done with day number 2 here at the Classic. You know, kind of had one of those days. Just wasn't supposed to happen. Couldn't get him in the boat. You know, this week, big players for me was I was Demiki rigging a lot, using live scope, using a Sakamata shad, Gamakatsu, Horizon head, and just a lead Gamakatsu head. Caught a bunch of fish on a jerkbait, Spro mixed stick 110, in a couple different colors. It kind of varied with the weather, and was catching some cranking on a Spro Outsider, really shallow crankbait, just banging it around anywhere in between docks, stuff like that.
All right, that's a wrap for our 2024 Classic. You know, this one didn't end up the way I thought it would. I just feel like everything was kind of going away from me. I mean, everything from, you know, up until the end of practice was great. Felt like I had a solid game plan. I had, you know, it pretty dialed in to what I wanted to do. But you know, in my back of my mind, I know that the Classic is an event that is unique, and you never can get too dialed in during practice. And we had changing conditions. The water cleared up a little bit too much for me. And I think those fish just didn't set up good on those docks like I needed them to in the areas, you know, that I was planning on fishing. They're fixing to start weigh in right here behind me, and we're not a part of it. And I just finished one place out of, you know, making the cut line to fish today. And that's just part of it. These are the 2 baits that got it done for me this week here at the Classic. I was mainly, my big bites were coming on a Dirty Jigs. This is the Luke Clausen compact casting jig. I just put a simple chunk trailer on the back of it, trimmed the skirt down, made a good compact profile and skipped it around. That's what I got most of my big bites on in practice. Didn't really get many big bites in the tournament. And then in between that, when I was just going down the bank, I was cranking this Spro Outsider 55. It's a shallow crankbait, dives 6 foot. When it's new, you can tell by this bill that I, you know, ground it pretty hard in the rocks. This is a newer one, and I put some miles on this bad boy, but you can tell by the teeth marks on that sucker it got bit. They ate this bait. I'm really impressed with it, and I'll be throwing it a lot more. If you guys want to help support our channel and, you know, support the companies that back us to be able to do this, go to the description below and click on the affiliate link, and you'll be able to find these baits as well as anything else you want to fish with at Baitworks. And be sure to check out the Deep Dive app. They allowed me to find the right water clarity this week on Grand Lake.
Back down from the challenges you face. Never stop chasing your dream until you live it. And most important, never give up on your dream.
Started the day with 42 pounds and 6 ounces. He needs 12 pounds, 15 ounces. 15 pounds, 13 ounces, and 2024 is Hamner time! Wire-to-wire domination.
Everything that I've done to get us here, it's unreal.
2024 is Hamner time! The 2024 Bass Pro Shop Bassmaster Classic belongs to Justin Hamner. From cutting lawns to mowing down the competition, Justin Hamner, your 2024 Bassmaster Classic champion.